What's going on, guys? Welcome back again to USGoonerz for another match reaction video between Arsenal and Brighton and the Emirates. If this is your first time in the channel, consider subscribing, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. Want to see Arsenal fans here. Like the video, hype the video, all that good stuff. Let's get back to this one. All right, it was I'll probably say it was a game of two halves, whereby first half was more comfortable Arsenal, second half, nervy Arsenal. To be honest, that has been the pattern of play for Arsenal in the last three games. But saw it with Wolves, saw it with Everton, saw it with Crystal Palace, and in the League Cup. Now we're seeing it today against Brighton. All right, let's start this one off. The lineup, starting lineup was kind of weird, right? I guess in the beginning of the game we had Calafiori, and he probably picked up an injury whereby Miles Skelly had to come in. But what I saw was Skelly, Nkapie, Saliba, Rice at right back. Never seen that before. He was decent, I would say, but I did notice some more of less defensive movement from Rice in that right back, whereby you're seeing the distance between the right back and Saka, and that right hand trap was so cut off from each other between Saka and Rice, mostly when it comes to attack, because Rice will be more in the defensive side, while Saka will be all alone up there, nobody in the middle to connect him. So I saw that drop off compared to Yuri Timber, how Yuri Timber is always closing the distance between him and Saka, going forward and backwards. So, but apart from that, the defensive duty, Rice did okay. And obviously in the midfield we had Odegaard, Subimendi, and Marino, which was weird. Like I really wanted to see Eze in this game, but I could have understood why he didn't start. But I felt like having Eze and Odegaard in that 10. But yet again, you can't just leave Zubimendi all by himself. So I get why he put Marino there. It was just a weird starting lineup due to the injuries that we have in the back, right? With Ben White and Timber. And yeah, so it was weird. Up front, usual Gyökeres up there, Saka and Trossard. Now, in the first half, what I noticed from mostly the attack, mostly Gyökeres was poor. He was poor in his decision making, his final finish, and also his positioning. His all around game was poor in the first half, and I would blame it on the fact that he hasn't been consistently performing based on the fact that they don't find him all the time. So now he's almost accepting his fate at Arsenal, as he's not going to be the guy that you're going to feed balls that he wants. So he's now no longer looking he's no longer looking sharp, right? I can see how he's not sharp anymore. And that is as a result of the performance lately, how we don't give him balls that he wants, even when he makes the runs. So now he's not even bothered making the runs, and he's not even bothered being in the right position. And when the ball's coming, he's just not there. And even when he gets the ball, his decision making has been poor. So yeah, first half it was bad, but one person that I was really disappointed in the first half is Bukayo Saka, right? Because Saka needs to do better. Seriously, Saka needs to do better. He had enough possession of the ball to hurt teams, right? To hurt Brighton. He had enough chances that I felt like he could have actually made a difference in that game. But decision making again, final third finish, trying to cut to his right and finesse it, balloons the ball. Someone puts a block in on the ball. Chance for him to make a pass to Gyökeres. He doesn't. He goes near post. Keeper makes saves. The one time he made the right decision to Odegaard, that's how Odegaard got the goal. And I clap for Odegaard on that, because that's one department he has been struggling as well. His finishing, his shooting ability, but he's been working on that. I could tell, right? And we got to see that today, and I like that from Odegaard. One thing I'm also noticing is how much of a disconnect it is between Gyökeres and Saka, and also Trossard and Gyökeres. They don't, when they're with the ball, their first line of thinking is, I'm not looking for Gyökeres. I'm not trying to do a 1-2 with Gyökeres or lay a ball for Gyökeres, right? They're thinking, I want to beat my man and get the ball in the box or have a go at myself. Trossard is doing that. Saka is doing that. Gyökeres is just an isolated man. When I see Gyökeres out there super isolated, it affects his performance, and now everyone judges him based on that. But when people like Gabriel Jesus comes on, the chemistry is like, it's like clockwork. It automatically just comes out, and you see what happens. Jesus, he's dropping back, trying to link up with Saka, and also trying to link up with Trossard, right? And that is just Jesus' game. Jesus would be the one that wants to link up with you, not him waiting up there expecting you to link up with him, which is what Gyökeres does. I feel like I can't blame Gyökeres because that's not his game, and that is Jesus' game. Jesus is more of a false nine. I've said this repeatedly, right? So Jesus comes back. He links up with Saka, and Saka finds him in the box, and he has a shot. If Saka made that pass, and even right now, if that was Gyökeres, I don't even think Gyökeres would have done okay, because Gyökeres is no longer sharp in that box. He no longer expects those balls. So when the balls come, it doesn't deliver well. So which is why I'm like, okay, earlier in the season he would score that, but now I don't trust Gyökeres to score that so much. And it's not fair to judge Gyökeres on it. I feel like it started with Arsenal, now it's affected Gyökeres, and Gyökeres' game has gone down. To resolve it, Gyökeres needs to obviously change his game. Arsenal need to step up in connecting more with Gyökeres. There was a chance that Trossard had in the second half. No, in the first half, yeah. Was it first half? Yeah, no, in the second half. Trossard was on the making a run on the left wing. It was more of a transition play. He had Gyökeres right there. Gyökeres was ahead of his man. Trossard was ahead of his man. A simple true ball to the left. Sorry, a true ball to the right to Gyökeres would have given Gyökeres a lot more options to think about. Gyökeres could have had a shot at goal. He could have tried to beat his man and pass to Saka. He could have given Trossard back with a 1-2 ball. But there was so much option that could have come out if Trossard just laid the ball flat for Gyökeres. But he didn't do that. He kept going. Gyökeres was making a run. It was free. Then he stopped. Gyökeres comes back, and Trossard cuts back and crosses. Rice with a volley wide. Similar with Saka, right? Saka driving. He has the chance to cut back to Gyökeres. He doesn't cut back. He goes in the box. No one's there. Chance balls just all over the place. But that's my point, right? The previous game, there was a similar chance where Timber was going with that ball. Gyökeres made the initial run. He didn't give Gyökeres, but he caught back to Saka. Saka hit. This was against Everton, right? Saka has a shot at goal, and that was it, right? This was something similar. Okay, now Gyökeres is in a cutback position. He doesn't cut back. Like I said, Arsenal, they're not playing to Gyökeres' strength, and Gyökeres' strength is dying by the minutes that you now ask this familiar questions we were asking for Kai Havertz. What does he do in the squad? Is it making the team better? I remember what they said about Havertz. It was the same thing. Like, why is he there? He's just there to pass back. He's not any special. But now Havertz is somewhat the amazing grace, right? So yeah, first half 1-0, nice. And the funny thing is, Brighton had 0 shot on goal on target. It was a total dominant first half from Arsenal. To start the second half, Rice has a corner, and bam, on goal, set piece, right? Nice. Another on goal, another set piece. 2-0 up. Exactly where you want to be in this kind of game. You didn't want to just have one goal leading to the 80th minute and you start having a nervy moment. But then it still happened, right? A little bit of drop off, and you see Brighton bringing in their attacking players, similar to what Crystal Palace did, and got their equalizing goal. But this time, Brighton pulls one off, and this was their first shot on target, first on goal. They score 2-1 to Brighton. Kept pushing. They had a clear-cut chance by Mainter to really make that game 2-all, and it would have been a blow and a great goal for them. Raya comes off with a big save. Really, really good last stitch save. That was a huge save. That was a goal. Like, I thought that was in. I thought that was in. Raya makes that save, and for no, bro, that ball went over the bar. I'm like, damn, we just got away with that. So last 10 minutes, the nervy moments come, right? Where Brighton are pushing for that equalizer, and then Arsenal start acting like, oh, damn, we're going to lose this lead again. But they held their composure, they held their pressure, and just saw the game out. My take on this, right? Good thing is we got Gabby back, Gabby back, Gabby Magalhaes back, right? We lost Calafiori and Timber, but we got Gabby back. Gabby was the missing piece for our backline. Having Gabriel back at this stage is huge. You have no idea. And I know even though Calafiori is injured, Timber is injured, it's still not a knee injury. It's not an ACL. It's not a hamstring. It's not something that's going to put them away for weeks or months. It's probably going to be days, maybe one game, right? But we have our defense back finally, and we need that going into the second half of the season, because if Arsenal can play like they played from January till September, so no, January to November, we win the league. If we can play the way we played from January all the way to that Sunderland game in the second half of the season, we win the league. No joke, right? Having Gabby back, having Calafiori back, having Timber back, and Ateta could at least try and be more creative, be more, take more risk and put Eze and Odegaard up front in the 10 role, and have Rice play a sitter, right? Play the 6 role. Just do that and leave. Right now, I can't even commit to USGoonerz based on what I'm seeing. So I won't even mind if Gabriel Jesus is up there. But, if you wanted to go full experimental, I would really like to see Gabriel Jesus play with USGoonerz. I believe that link up would be good. But we're not about that right now. If we can get that stability going forward, I feel like we could really win the league, going that way in the second half of the season. But yeah, seeing Big Gabby back was a big boost for us, even though it was a nervy finish. And I really don't care about all this nervy finish. I only care about the 3 points, right? A lot of people are worried about the nervy finish. I'm more interested in the 3 points and knowing that this is not the best version of us. And when we get our best version back, we're going to be seeing games off completely, But for now, at least we're winning. That's more important. Next game is at home to Aston Villa. I'm going to do another video for the preview of that game, but all I can say in preparation of that game is this is not even about even about Aston Villa. It's about Unai Emery. Unai Emery is due of a revenge beating, similar to what we did to Man City last season. I feel like Unai Emery needs to be whooped. Like, we need a real beating against Unai Emery. He's had a number for a while now, and he's due. So that would be the one game I would like to see Arsenal really, really step up to Villa and get a good win. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible because we're home, even though they beat Chelsea in Stamford Bridge. I just feel like they're due. They're due, and this could start something, going to the second half of the season. But yeah, I'll make a separate video talking about a match preview. But that's all I can say about this match reaction. Good 3 points at home. Have nothing to complain about. Happy that Gabby's back. And I'll see you in the next one. It's your first time here. Consider subscribing. Like this video. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think about USGoonerz. Would you like to drop him for the game against Villa? And do you think that Saka was really selfish today? Because I thought he was. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, hype, all that good stuff. See you in the next one. Bye.